Well, hello there. My name is Beth Gaff, and I am the Systems Manager, Technology Trainer, and Robotics Instructor here at the Peabody Public Library. Welcome back to another session of one of our classes here on our streamed channel. I'm so happy that you are a part of our stream channel. If you know anybody that could benefit from this, share our links, share our channel, share everything we have to help those that need it for the computer classes. Um, Today we're going to be talking about learning the basics of Google Docs. This class does start as a basic class and it kind of moves forward into an intermediate through an advanced class. So I have labeled some of these basic or advanced. So at any point, if you don't want to move on to an advanced section, you would not need to do so. You could just stop the video and work off of the basics. There will be a handout for you in this class as well. I believe I'll have it down there in the comments. So you would be able to print that. It is a PDF file. So you could just click on it, pull it up, and print it from home. Very, very easy. So thanks for being a part of the class. I can't wait to get started. Let's take a look at what we're going to cover today. All right, well, today we are going to be talking about the basics through advanced of Google Docs. So first we're going to talk about what Google Docs is, how we can create a Google Doc. We're going to explore some of the different formats that are available to us, as well as being able to share those documents with other people, or perhaps they've shared one with us, so we need to learn how to open that shared document. You're also going to learn about editing a document, which is more of an intermediate level, and using the chat, which is also more of an intermediate level. And then you'll be able to make comments, which is more of an advanced, using those suggestion modes, which is more of an advanced, and exploring different version history, which is also more of an advanced area. But it doesn't stop there. Google Docs goes on and on and on. So you would be able to explore even farther into what Google Docs can do for you. As I noted in the intro, there is a printable handout for you in the comments, so you can print this out for your help. And as always, I am here for you. So if you need any further assistance or help, all of my information is on that very first slide. Reach out to me and I can help you for free. It's not going to cost you anything for us to go over whatever it is that you would like to go over. All right, let's get started with Google Docs Intermediate, or sorry, Google Docs Basics through Advanced. Well, hello there. My name is Beth Gaff, and I am the Systems Manager, Robotics Instructor, and Technology Trainer here at the Peabody Public Library. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this workshop of learning the basics of Google Docs. We are Grow with Google partners, which means that we help people grow their skills, careers, and businesses by offering free digital skills trainings and tools. In this workshop, I'll talk you through every step you'll need to create your own document in Google Docs, and then we'll have some fun learning how all of this works and how you can work it together with other documents. Okay, so what is Google Docs? That is an amazing question. Google Docs is a free-based program for creating and editing documents. So have you ever used a Google Doc before? Google Doc is a cloud-based document management system, which means that the documents you create are stored online. You can access your Google Docs or any that have been shared with you at any time on any device with internet access. You can use Google Docs to write almost any text-based document, which would be like a letter, a resume, a work proposal, a meeting agenda, or notes. You could even write a book if you wanted to. Google Docs makes it easy to collaborate with others. You can co-write a letter with your friends, create and share an editable meeting agenda with your coworkers, or ask a classmate for feedback on an assignment you've completed. Google Docs are included in a free Google account. So if you have Gmail, then you have Google Docs too. Every time you create a new Google Doc, your doc will automatically be saved to your Google Drive, which I will do in another class, which is a free online storage system. So you never need to stop and save your document. It'll already be saved for you. Now that we've talked a little bit about docs, do you know what docs might be used for in your life or at work? Think about that for a second. So let's go ahead and jump right in. The first thing you need to do to get started is to sign into your Google account, or if you don't have one, you're going to need to create a new Google account. You'll need a Google account to access Google Docs. To begin, sign in to your Google account. Signing in is a bit like unlocking the door to your home. It's a process that makes sure that only you can access your Google account. Open a new tab in your browser window and go to google.com. If you are not signed in, click sign in. And we can see that shown here in the picture. And you're going to enter your username and then your password. So this here would be your username and here would be your password. Okay, so in this module, I'm going to talk to you about how you'll create a new blank Google Doc and give it a title. First, I'll show you each step, then I will give you the chance to try it on your own at home, or you can just go ahead and pause this video at any time to either keep caught up or get caught up or to just follow along. From Google, open the Google Apps menu in the upper right corner. And we can see that right there. There's your Apps menu. Select Docs. You may have to scroll down to find the Docs icon and then click it to select. Once you're in Google Docs, let's open a blank document. So you can see where that plus sign is. So you're going to open that by clicking it. Give your document a title. The title should let you know what the document is and help you find it when you want to open it later. To title your document, click on the words Untitled Document in the upper left-hand corner. Then type in the new title. If you can't think of the right title right now, just name the title Sample Sharing Document. So up there where it says Untitled Document, you're going to type in your new document. And this one says Sample Sharing Document or Doc. All right, so now you should have had a document created. So let's just do a little recap here. So create and title a document. So you're going to open up those Google Apps in the upper right-hand corner, click on Google Docs, click on your plus. In the upper left corner, we're going to go ahead and label that. So you're going to be trying this on your own. So if you want to pause this right now and give it a whirl, and I'll wait for you. Come on back. Okay, so let's move on to exploring our formatting. So in this section, I'll show you a few of the Google Docs tools in that you'll use the most often. So these are going to be things that you're going to use most often. This is the Google Docs toolbar right here. You can see it highlighted in the green. This toolbar, which you'll find at the top of every Google Doc, contains buttons with shortcuts to some of the most commonly performed actions. We'll use the toolbar to perform formatting for the next several minutes, but it's got a lot of features that I won't have time to cover today. So make sure that you go through each one of these and check them out because we're not going to be able to go into all of them, or this class would be hours long, and I'd really like to keep it at an hour or less. So to read what each button does, you're going to want to hover over it with your cursor. The toolbar is just a selection of the most popular actions you can take with Docs. It's kind of like the greatest hits. To see even more things you can do with your Google Doc, explore the menus just above the toolbar where each action is written out on the text. Now click on your Google Doc and type a sentence for even just a few words if that's what you'd like to do. And you can see that I have typed in, I'm learning Google Docs. So you would type that in now. All right, well, now that you've typed your sentence, go ahead and select it. Using your mouse or trackpad, click and hold down on the left, on your left click, as you drag your cursor over the sentence. This should highlight it in a light color. Typically, it highlights it in a blue. So you will know if it's highlighted correctly if you see the way that it looks here on your screen. When you have selected text, you can change its formatting. So because we have selected this text, we can now change the formatting. Now that you've got your text selected, let's try using a few of the most common tools you'll use. To change the font, you're going to want to do that by opening the font menu in the toolbar and selecting a new font. To find the font menu, look for the word Arial. Arial is the default font in Google Docs, so it will always say Arial there unless you change it. Google Docs offers around 30 different fonts you can choose from. Increase or decrease the size of your text by clicking on the plus sign or the minus next to the current text size. Keep clicking until you've reached the font size you want. You can also type in the number of the text size you want to use. So where that 11 is, you could actually just type in a number and click enter. The alignment tools help you choose the orientation of your text on the page. Your options are from left to right, left align, center align, right align, or justify, which means that the text on both sides of the page will have an even appearance. These are the undo and redo buttons. If you make a mistake or change your mind, you can click undo, the one pointing left, to remove your last action. So if you delete something by accident or you decide you don't like that new font after all, you can click undo. You can even click undo more than once to go back a few steps. If you want to undo the undo, click redo. So the way that this works is that every time that you click undo, it's going to undo every single thing you've done all the way back to the beginning. So as long as you haven't saved the document and you're still working on a fresh one, it would take you all the way back to the beginning of the actual document, and redo would put those items back in. So if you hit undo too many times, you could click redo and it'll put those items back in for you. All right, now it's your turn. Let's experiment with formatting. So first type a few words or a sentence if you haven't done that. Then select the sentence by left clicking and dragging it across. And now you can use the buttons in the toolbar to change the formatting of the selected sentence. You can bold the text, change the font, change the alignment. If you want to undo any of the changes you just made, just click undo. So remember, selecting your sentence, left-clicking, dragging it across. So this is just a recap. Use the toolbar to change your formatting. That's bold, italics, grow in your shrink and grow, big and plus and minus rather, your alignment tools. All right. Hopefully, so far, all of this is making sense to you. If you need further assistance and need help with this, just reach out to me. I'm here for you, and we can do what we can to get you going. So in this section, we're going to practice sharing a document with a partner so that you can work on it together. So this would be great for those college students that are turning in their papers to their teachers, or perhaps you are in a group and you guys need to converse about items that you're going to need to present. This would be great for that. When you create a Google Doc, you own it. As the doc's owner, you can manage whether or not other people can access it. Sharing a Google Doc is a way of giving someone access to your document so they can look at it, comment on it, or even edit it. Once someone is shared on a document, they will have access to that document whether or not you have the document opened on your device. So the best way to test this out would be for you to get with somebody and give each other's emails, and then you would be able to create the sharing of a document. But let's see how the process is done. When you're in Google Docs, you can use the share button in the upper right corner. You're going to share your document with me. I'll give you the email address to use. I will just tell you what my email address is, and you would be able to share that with me. So when you hover over your cursor over the button, it should say private only to me. You can also change this feature. To share the document, click the share button. Once you click the share button, below you'll see a space where you can type the email address or addresses of someone you want to share the doc with. To share your doc with someone, type their name in this space. If it's someone you share docs with often, Google Docs may suggest them when you start typing their name. Then choose what type of permission you'd like to give. The viewer means that they will be able to see the document but not make any changes or leave comments. The commenter means that they will be able to add comments but not make changes. And the editor means that they will be able to make changes directly to your document. Since you'll be collaborating with this doc together, I would choose this particular option. But if you don't want them being able to do certain things, you can limit that access. If you'd like, add a note about why you're sharing your document and how you'd like the person you're sharing with to contribute. When you're finished, click send. The person will receive an email letting them know they've been given access to this document. So my email is bgaff, so that's B like boy, G like George, A like apple, F like Frank, F like Frank, at ppl.lib.in.us. I also have that on the first slide, so you might want to jot that down, and you can go ahead and share your document with me. And if you put me in editor mode, then I'll be able to correct it, or you can just put me in commenter, so that way I can make the comments. All right, so now it's your turn. Let's try this again. This is just a recap. So first click the share button. Then you're going to type in my email address, bgaff@ppl.lib.in.us. Finally, you want to choose the level of access you want to give them. In this case, you would probably want to give me either commenter or editor. If you want, you can add a quick note here. So you can put a little message in there telling them why you're sharing it, what you're wanting from them, and click send. I'll be looking forward to seeing those documents coming in. When someone shares a doc with you, it only takes a few minutes to access it. So in this section, we're going to learn how to open a doc shared by an email. To open a doc that's been shared by email, go to your Gmail account. You can do this by typing gmail.com into your navigation bar or your address bar. At or near the top, you should see the email from the person that you may have shared it with or that's sharing with you. So you can see it here. Sample sharing doc, Alicia is sending that to me. Open the email by clicking on it. So they clicked on the email, then click Open in Docs to open the shared document. All right, so now you and the person that you're trying to share with should open the doc, and the other person, the one that shared it with you. So now you both have access to this document. So open your Gmail account. So this is a recap. You can pause me and go away from me if you'd like and try this on your own. So you're going to open your Gmail account, type gmail.com in your browser. So then you're going to open that email from your partner, whoever has sent that to you. And you're going to click on Open in Drive. And we're going to talk more about Google Drive in a separate class. But I think I also have a Google Drive class out there. So you could, I think it's a lot of different Drive accounts, but I will be focusing primarily on Google Drive as a class as well. All right, so in this session, we are going to practice editing a document alongside someone else. Working on a Google Doc at the same time as someone else allows you and your collaborator to add your own ideas into the document, make changes, and see each other's contributions in real time. So that means like as it's happening. It used to be much harder to work with other people on a document. Collaborators would have to send a document back and forth and make a new conversation of that document every time they made an edit or left a suggestion. Google Docs makes this process seamless. You and your collaborators share access to the same document so that you can always see the most up-to-date changes and you won't have to juggle multiple copies of the document. For this step, you and your partner should choose one of the documents you shared with each other to work on. Make sure you both have the docs open. So you could just do this sitting side by side. You can see up there in the upper right-hand corner, it shows that collaboration since I've opened that in my email and things along those lines. You can see who else is working on the doc by looking in the upper right-hand corner. You will see the avatars of the other people who have the doc open. So you should be able to see all the members of your class in the document if that's how you're doing it, is with a group. Once you're both in the doc, you can start typing or formatting. The other person will see whatever you add to the doc and you will see whatever they write as well. Let's imagine that you and your partner are going to buy groceries after the class. Type in 1 or 2 grocery items that you'd like to buy. Keep track of collaborators. Sometimes you'll want to see where your collaborators are in their doc. This can get especially tricky once your document Your documents are so many pages long. To see exactly where someone is working in your doc, find their avatar in the upper right-hand corner. When you click their avatar, your cursor will jump to the spot where that person is working on your doc. That's pretty cool. All right, so now you can edit together. Now both partners can access the doc. Try typing in the doc at the same time. Add items to your imaginary grocery list, and so forth. You'd be able to edit that together or separately. This is kind of a more of an advanced feature. If you're just wanting basic docs, everything we talked about up to collaborating would work for you. So sometimes when you're collaborating with someone on a document, you need to discuss a few things with them. Luckily, Google Docs has a chat feature that allows you to communicate quickly and easily with anyone else who's in the document with you. Use the chat feature to communicate. One way to communicate as quickly with other people in a Google Doc is to use the chat feature. Let's take a few minutes and take a look at this shared document and our chat feature. So you can see it's circled in green in the upper right-hand corner. That is your chat window. So you type your message in the chat box and press enter. The others in the file will see your message and will be able to respond. It's very similar to text messaging, um, or if you, and you can see how they're having a conversation. Or if you have worked with a company online that is all done through messages, it's basically the same concept. Now it's time to chat. Click the button in the upper chat window and type a text into the chat and then press enter or return on your keyboard to put your text into the chat. So that's just a recap of being able to chat with your friends about the document or collaborating. All right, so hopefully you've learned a lot about documents so far. We have covered a lot of information. So now we're going to talk about adding comments. So in this section, you'll learn to collaborate with other people in Google Docs using comments. Comments are notes you can leave on the top of text or other parts of a document. Using our grocery list as an example, say someone adds a grocery to your list, but you've already got that item at home, so you don't need to buy it. You could leave that information in the comments. Here's how to add a comment in Google Docs. First, you're going to select the text or object that you want to comment on. Okay, so they've highlighted it. They've left click, dragged, and selected it. Then from the toolbar above, click Add Comment. And there's our little Add Comment with the green circle around it. You can also click the Add Comment button to the right of the highlighted text. So you have one there as well. There's two of them. This will open a comment. Select Comments to finish. If you decide against leaving the comment, select Cancel. So you can open the comment menu, select Edit, the comment menu. To edit your comment, open the comment menu, which looks like 3 vertical dots. Then you would select Edit. If you want to delete your comment altogether, select Delete. Once you select Edit, your comments will open up and you'll be able to type in your edits to the text. And then click Save when you're done. You can also respond to a comment, ones left by other people. To do this, click on the comment A new box will open featuring a gray title that says reply or add others with. Click in the text box and write your reply. When you're done, click reply. If you wanted to tag someone in your reply or in a comment, just type the @ sign, then type the person's Gmail. Once you do that, it'll start to pull them up. When you're done typing, click reply. Then they will be notified that they have been tagged, and you will receive an email with a link that will bring them directly to that comment in your Google Doc. If you tag someone who does not already have access to the doc, you'll be prompted to share access with them. This is a great way to ask someone a question about something on a doc or get feedback quickly. If for any reason you want to read all the comments that have been left on your doc, just click the Open Comment History on the upper right-hand side. A window will pop up showing all the comments that have been made on your doc, along with the time frame, date they were made, and any responses to them. You'll be able to see suggestions and whether they were accepted or rejected. Once you've opened that comment, the history will show up. You can reopen any comments that will be resolved. All right, now it's your turn. Let's try it. So let's leave a comment. You can also respond to your partner's comment if you'd like, if you're working with someone else. So first select the text that you want to comment on. Then click on the comment button. Next, type your comment. If you want, you can also respond to a comment from someone else that's in the group with you. All right. Okay, so we are getting way advanced now. So at this point, if you want to just practice what we've already gone over, I would suggest ending the video and going back and recapping yourself, because now we're getting into some advanced features of Google Docs. So in this section, you'll use suggestion mode to write in possible changes to a document. Suggestion mode allows you to recommend changes that are easy for your collaborators to see so that you have the opportunity to review your suggestions. Then they can accept your suggestions, which incorporates them into the doc, or rejects them, which makes your suggestions disappear. When you turn on suggestion mode, the changes you make to the doc will be highly visible. If you type new text, it will appear in a bright color to your collaborators, and you will see a brightly colored line around the new text you've typed. Anything you would delete will appear to be crossed out on the same color. Plus, a comment will appear automatically describing changes that you've made. So there's our edit. Suggesting. And they're just typing it in. So let's recap that. Let's go back. Okay, so here's how suggestion mode works. In the upper right-hand corner, find the button on the toolbox that currently says editing mode. There's editing mode. It features a little pencil. Looks like a little pencil. that will open a menu. So you're going to select suggesting mode. Then type in your doc to add another item to the grocery list in suggestion mode. Here's what it looks like when you've added and edited it in suggestion mode. When you type something new in a doc, it will appear in color to your collaborators. Any text you delete will show with a strike through it. To accept the new changes, you or your collaborators will click the check. To review the new change, you or your collaborators will click the X. To reject, I'm sorry. So if you want to reject that, then you would click X. If you want to accept it, you would click the check mark. All right, let's try this. If you're ready for some advanced Gmail or Google Docs stuff here. So first you're going to click the editing mode, which is in the upper right-hand corner to open edit. Click on suggestions mode. Type in your suggestion. And that's all there is. All right, continuing with our advanced Google Doc class here. Have you ever made a change to a document that you regretted later? Or wanted to see a previous version of something so you could take a look at the wording or design? In this section, we'll take a look at version history, which is almost like having a time machine that allows you to look at past versions of your document. You'll be able to see the first grocery list that everyone added to our list and see who made changes to the shared document and when they made them. To look at the version history for your doc, click on File, select Version History, select See Version History. The version history is organized by date and time. A version will appear for each date and time a document was worked on. To take a peek at a past version, click on that specific date and time. You'll see the changes that were made to your document in that work session. You can double click on a version to restore it. It's almost like a time machine. Your document will return exactly to the way it was on that day and time. You also have the option to click More Actions. Second here. Feel like we got ahead. This will bring the menu up that allows you to name your version. There we go. So you can find it again in the future, or you can make a copy of that version in case you want to refer to it later. All right, let's recap. So you're going to open up version history for your document. So you're going to first open File, click on Version History. Now click Version History, See Version History. Then you'll have the versions come up, and you can click on which one you would like to have access to. Google Docs can provide a great way to communicate with your friends, coworkers, even family members. We've covered a lot in this workshop today. We made a group grocery list, and you learned how to create a Google Doc, how to share a document with others, how to format a doc, how to work on a document at the same time, how to leave feedback, and how to make edit suggestions. As you explore Google Docs on your own and with collaborators, you'll probably find new ways to use it. No matter what kind of project you are creating, Google Docs makes it easy to work with other people, even if you can't be in the same room. The best way to learn these skills is to try them more than once. So after this workshop, think about creating a new Google Doc, share it with a few friends and me, of course, and practice working together on that document. Thank you so much for being a part of our Google Docs beginner to advanced class today. I am glad that you took the time and I appreciate you taking the time. So, all right. Well, until the next video, thanks again and have a good one. All right. Well, thank you for being a part of our class today. I really appreciate you taking the time out, and I appreciate you being a part of our channel. If you haven't had the opportunity to subscribe to our channel, subscribe to our channel today. We really appreciate those numbers. We appreciate educating everybody out there on whatever it is. We are in a tough time right now, not only with everything going on, but with everything technology. And I don't want to leave anybody behind. So I want to thank Grow with Google for allowing us to have these classes without their information and everything. It would definitely make life a little bit more challenging. I'd like to thank Screenomatic for allowing me to record this on my screen, as well as any graphics that were used through Google. And of course, Microsoft and being able to use PowerPoint to bring this awesome presentation to you. And I want to thank you most of all, because without you, there'd be no reason for me to have these classes. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't be discouraged to reach out to me. I am here for you, and I will do whatever I can to get you going on whatever it is that you need help with. Hey, thanks so much, everybody. Have a great one. See you in the next video. Bye.